GoProGuy here, bringing you another edition of Drawing with GoProGuy. So you want to draw mountains, do you? But you're not sure if you have what it takes. Well, I'm here to tell you it's not as hard as you may think. But you gotta know the right people. And I know people, you know people, because you're here and you know me, so we know people. Sounds like a lot of people. It's going to be hard to get us all in the same room, but I think we can do it. So make a little elbow room, grab a piece of paper, grab some sort of doodling device, and let's get started. Now, you may choose your own device, but I'm choosing this pen, this piece of paper. And what I'm going to need you to go ahead and do is just kind of find a corner down here, just a little ways up, a little ways in, and we're going to visit our old friend the line. We're going to start kind of here. We're just going to swoop up to the center of the page. Just a swoop. Just like that. And here we go. Ready? Don't be afraid. Ooh, look at that. That is a nice swoop. I hope your swoop looks that nice. Alright, now that we've got our swoop done, we're going to have a good time. We're going to have a really good time. We're going to do that with our old friend the zigzag. Yes, the zigzag. The zigzag kind of resembles a lightning bolt, sort of. And it's not hard. We're just going to start like up here, and we're going to go like this. Zigzag all the way down to the center of the page over here. Kind of where you were over here, but over here. Like that. Zigzag. Just like that. To here. And we want our zigzag to kind of offset. We don't want it perfect. We want it a high point, a low point. Things to make it happen. Alright, let's go. Let's see what happens here. Zigzag, 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 zig. Just like that. And anything like that will be good. It'll get you to a mountain. And next we're going to need to revisit our line buddy, Mr. Swoop. And we're going to start at the highest point. If you have a peak that comes out here, you're going to start there. But otherwise, you just want to start your highest point. This is right here on this one. And we're just going to swoop down to over here. We'll get kind of close to right here, but we're not going to overlap it. Just like this. Ooh, look at that. Oh, man, that feels good. Just like that. Now, just do anything like that. Anything like that's going to make you happy. And we're going to start to kind of bring it to life now. And we're going to keep visiting back to this. We're going to visit our old friend a lot. Mr. Line, Mr. Swoopy Line, whatever we want to call him, that's who we're hanging out with today. So that's what we're going to do next. And all you got to do is just find your points and just keep going down with Mr. Swoopy Line like that. And one more time, just like that. We're going to swoopy line, but we're going to stop like about right there. Just anywhere in here is fine. You can go straight down even if you want to give it a little more jagged edge there. But that's just, bringing the texture into it, just like that. And like in here, I'm going to come down just a little short there and bring this one here just down to just like that. Look at that. Hey, look at that. It's looking like a mountain, isn't it? Quite nice. You're doing awesome. You're awesome. All right, maybe this mountain has a buddy. This buddy hangs out with him a lot, but his buddy's kind of way in the back. He's the guy that you let hang around, but maybe you don't like him so much. But he's a good guy, so he's a friend. And we're going to put him in here the same way. We're just going to come up a little ways from here and just do a little swoop, just like that, just a little swoop. See that? Like that. And zigzag's going to come hang out again. Zigzag, 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 zig, just like that. See that? Not hard, not hard. We're hanging out. We're having a good time. And we're back at this point, swooping down just like that. Man, that's nice. We like that. And we're doing some more of that, some more of that. And we're going to do it one more time just like that. Wow, we're doing something here. And it is awesome. And so we're going to do it one more time. Just guys, we're crazy like that. We are just crazy. And we're going to do it right over here, right behind this one. This is his pal. This is his wingman over here. This guy, what a guy. Let's do it. Swoop it in and zigzag. Look at that. Look at that. Bring it down just like that. Looking good. You're looking good. And remember, we're going to point and we're pulling it down just like that. Pull this one down. We can pull this one down. Pull this down. This down. And what the hey, let's bring this one way down there. Look at that. Man, that's looking good. Well, I hope yours looks kind of like that, because that's what it should look like. And we're going to give it a sun. It's a sunny day, and it feels good. The mountains like it. They're sunning. They're just chilling in the sun. And to make a sun, we're just going to start here and just kind of go in a circle. And meet back over here, just like that. Watch this. Here we go. Oh, man, we're having a good time here. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. We got a sun. It is now a sunny day in paradise. But there's, look, there's clouds. And the clouds, they're just little swoops, and they just kind of go places. They don't have a home. They just hang out. They show up. They hang out with the mountains. Who knows if the mountains like them? I don't, but they hang out, and they just do this, just like this. See that? You see that? You see how they're just hanging out? They're just having a good time. Look at that. Look at that. One more over here. Why not? Why not? Remember, we're crazy. We're crazy, and we're doing crazy things. Crazy things. All right. But maybe we're in the hills. Maybe there's a foreground, and that foreground's not going to be hard to get in there. We're just going to come in the front right here and bring it together with the foreground. So it's kind of hilly in the foreground. You're just going to kind of come in here and do something like that. You can stop right there, and then you can meet it up one more time, just like this. See that? And then you just connect these over, and we now have made mountains with a foreground. Looks pretty good. Doesn't look bad at all. And we've just got to doodle these in there. Not a whole lot going on. I know what you're thinking. Wow, that's good. I can do that. But you can do more. It's not hard to do more. We can add a little shading to these and bring them to life. So let's play around with that and see where it goes. And now the shading we're going to add is just kind of the swoop motion you did here, but you're just lightly touching your doodly device to it, kind of like this. And just follow the pattern of how it goes, just like so. And as you do that, you'll see that it brings them to life. See, maybe there's some snow here. We're not coloring it in. There could be snow. Snow's not black. And the same thing here. The sun's back here. So, there's going to be some shadows in here, especially down to the bottom. And so let's add those shadows. Just like that. Look at that. Those are nice shadows. And remember, when it comes to these lines, you can make the lines disappear and do the shading. You just got to start a little darker at the lines and shade away later. And the lines disappear. They just vanish. See that? You see that? See how the line's not there? It's a shade now. And that really helps bring it together. So just kind of just give it a little doodle away, doodle in there, just like that. You're just lightly touching it in there too, just like that. See that? And then you can come to this outside edge here, because maybe there's a little shade hiding in there, and just kind of pull away. Just touch the line and pull away, just like that. See that? Touch the line and pull away. And then so you can come in here, just add just a little bit of texture in there. It just kind of brings it together. Look at that. That's looking pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, it is. And we can keep going here. Keep going. Just add a little more shading in here, a little more in here. Yeah, looking good. And then here, just same thing here. It's right behind there, so there's dark spots, just like that. See that? Yeah. Look at that. And then we can just kind of pull out away from this just a little bit. Just give it just a little bit of shading. Yeah. Look at that. See the difference? See a little bit there? See that? And we just keep doing it. We can do the same with this one. There's no right or wrong spot, really. It's just, you've got to get the motion in there and keep it alive. Just keep it alive. See that? See, I'm just marking against it, following the motion. Just working it in, working it down. Work it in, work it down. Just like that. See? It goes back to the same thing here. Do that the same shading we talked about. Start that line, just kind of shade away from the line a little bit. Just like so. See that? And yes. Just keep working it just like that. If it feels good, you're doing it right. If it looks good, you're definitely doing it right. And then right at the bottom there, we want it a little darker, just because it's darker. That's how That's how shadows work. They get lighter, they get darker. And just like so. Yeah, it's coming together. Coming together. And then same thing, we can do the same thing right up here too. Let's just give it a little texture there. And down here. And as you can tell, this is a little lower down here. Definitely way more away from the sun. So it's going to be a little darker. So we're going to make it a little darker by doing darker things. Just like that. Yeah, it's coming together, coming together. Just keep it going just like that. And as you're trying to shade, if you start at your point and then push the pen up and away, that's going to pull it away and help give it a little better effect of shading away from the object, just like so. So we can come on down here, and we're going to just keep doing it. And you can do the same shading effect backwards too. You just got to pull away and pull up on the pen, just like so. Yeah, so it's coming together. Coming together. We're going to do the same thing we did on the other one right here. And we're still kind of following the motion of the mountain, because that's what brings it together. Yeah. And we're having a good time with it still. Yes, we're still hanging out. We're still having fun. Still having fun. And again, we're still right back here, getting the shading low and working away. Yeah. See, we're not shooting for perfect here because it's a doodle. Doodles aren't perfect. Doodles are alive. Because nature isn't really perfect, is it? We see it as perfect a lot of times, but it's not. It has all its little imperfections, but that's what makes it real. Its imperfections. That's what we like about it. Because none of us are perfect even. We do the best we can with what we can. And the key is to enjoy doing it. And that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to enjoy doodling these mountains. We're bringing them together still just like so. Still just working the textures in. Just a little bit at a time. Yeah, and these lower points can be darker if you want to make them darker. They don't have to be as lighter because they are too still more blocked by the sun. There's less light. And typically, naturally too, as they get closer, the things get darker. And that's a perspective that'll help make it look a little more real as well. Or at least a little more alive, because that's what we're going for here. We want it to look and feel like we like it. And up at these points here, because they're kind of at the back side there, we can come in and just add just a little bit of shading to them, just like that. It'll kind of help make them pop just a little bit more, just like that. Yes. Yes, very nice. Very nice. See that? See that? We're building it up, aren't we? It's looking quite good. And we can just keep doing the same thing over here. Just remember, just follow the pattern of how it looks like it should be, where it's going to live, what it's going to do. Go right back to shading inside here. Just like so. Keep working it in. It's a process. It can be a labor of love. It doesn't happen instantly, but it happens. All you have to do is just show it that you want it. Let it experience you, and you can experience it. You guys can enjoy each other, and hopefully all have a good time. Yeah. Hope yours is looking as good as mine. Or better. Maybe, yeah, you could be doing better. Maybe this is your first time and you have found your calling. Maybe this will pull together for you and you will enjoy it and you will become a doodle mountain expert. That's what we can hope to be. We can hope to be doodling mountain experts. And you just kind of pull it away, pull it down to there. See that? You see how it kind of builds up as if it's deeper and deeper into the mountain? Just like so. See, and even if you go outside the lines like that, like I did there, it's alright. It's your mountain. You can just kind of fill it in a little bit there. Just keep going, because these are doodle mountains. And just like that, we can get back to these points here. Give them a little shading. Have a good time with them. Yes, and it's coming together. We get this line here though, it's kind of standing out. It feels like it's just too much of a line, so I'm going to come in here and just drop some shading in on it. Just like that. See that? You see how kind of the line kind of takes a new home. It has like a new place. The same thing here. We can do this. Just going to work these lines with a little bit of shading. And now they're not so rigid. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Not bad for a doodle. And we can do the same thing up here in the sky. And with the sun even. The sun is round, so we have to stay in the round motion. So we can just kind of start and just work out as the same motion as the sun was drawn. And kind of, it can be bigger on the outside edge, but it has to be smaller in the middle. And that's going to build a texture of it being slightly round. So, and we don't want a lot. You know, we're not trying to do a lot here. Just a little bit, just to kind of build it together. Just like this. See that? See that? We can just kind of work it, and just get kind of small, just like so. And that'll just make it look, you know, a little more round. You can add some to the lines you have by adding a whole lot of lines. It stops looking like a sun. So that's what we want to stay away from, a lot of lines. If we work the texture in there, it looks kind of round, so it really helps. And the same thing goes with the clouds. Follow the motion of kind of what you started and did here, and just kind of add a couple of these to it, just like what they're made of. And then you can even come in and just give those a little bit of shading. You can come on the outside edges of the little cloud things themselves, just like so. See that? Oh, yeah, we like, oh. Hey, look, oh, look at this. Look, oh man, that's nice. That is, pooh. We like that. Look at that. Looky there. Hey. That's a cloud, my friend. That is a cloud. And the same thing over here. We're going to come in and just add some of these little dills, little squigglies, little buddies, little friends. They're all pals. Don't worry. They like each other. They can hang out. And the same thing, we just work a little bit of shading, and you can work more shading into the clouds if you have time. It'll bring them out a little better. You just follow the same motion of keeping the shades going together, and it'll pull them together quite nicely. But again, this is a doodle. This is not an all-out drawing. You know, it's, I don't want to say sketch, but because it's a doodle. You know, you don't want to not make it a doodle. It's not. That's not what this one's about. This is about making the doodle mountains. You see that? So you can come here and just add a couple of these, and it just kind of builds a little bit of texture into it, just like that. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, pretty good. And then the hill here where you were at, you know, we've got to give it a little bit too. So it's closer, it can be darker. You can do a little more to it, just to bring it together a little bit more. It's alright. He'll be okay with that. It likes you. You've been hanging out for a long time. And just like that. And it looks like my pen's getting low on ink. That's not going to help get the doodle done, is it? We have doodle too much. See, and again, in here where it got kind of dark, I would come in and put just a little bit of shading in here. Something like that. Just to kind of build a little bit of texture back into it. Because again, we're doodling. And we're liking it. Alright. Well, I hope you enjoyed this doodle. And I hope yours looks as good as mine. See you next time.